Destination could not be started. I don't know which one it was, but whatever. We're going to try to keep it going on this side. Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready? Whatever doesn't show up just won't be in the mix this time, but hey, we're doing what we can on this side. Let me bring the comments window back here. Lots going on the screen. Don't need that. Don't need that. Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all heard the topic. It's going to be respect tonight. It's going to be about respect. I actually have a couple videos which we'll present to you tonight. Hopefully y'all dig it. It's about to be a real show. Interesting. Got some free game coming out too. And at any point, if somebody wants to say jump in, go right on the head and jump in. It's all good. Just jump in. It's fine. Jump in, because we're about to have a ball with this one, man. Real talk. Damn, I think that my Instagram is the one that didn't touch. I don't know what's going on with the streaming tonight, but we trying to work it out. We got a late start. Equipment is bombing it. Let me see. What's that say? Oh, it's not on Instagram. Well, we on TikTok, so I don't know what's up with the Instagram. I think there's some type of blockage with the IP situation. That's fine. We'll get that straightened out another time. But for now, we're going to jump live on the TikTok and the YouTube. We're going to do what it do. We'll make it happen with the Instagram some other time. I've given them plenty of lives already, so they can't be too mad. We'll get back to it another day. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the Meta service tonight, but we're going to make it do what it do regardless. Any y'all jumping in, go ahead, shout your city. What's up, what's up, what's up? Anybody wanted to be added to the broadcast, you let me know. Shout your city, shout your city. Anybody jumping in, shout your city. We on it. We on it tonight. I'm about to make a couple shares here too. I want y'all to share this video for me. Please do share the video. Please do like it on up. That would be a great deal. If y'all could go ahead and like it on up, that'll be what's up. Go ahead and do that. For real, for real. Go ahead and do that. It's gonna be one of them shows. What's up? What's up? What's up? I see y'all coming in on the YouTube here, and they're not even recommending my damn live right now. What's up with that? It's showing me live. Now it's showing it ended. What's going on? This is getting nasty, man. This is about to be a YouTube frenzy, man. Apparently, if I knew it was gonna do that, then I would have just left my video in the wide format and called it a day. I don't know what's going on tonight, but we're just gonna make it work anyway, even if it's just on YouTube. What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? All right. Oh, appreciate y'all. What's your preferred cologne? Oh, okay, preferred cologne. Not to really get KS on y'all, but actually, my business partner, man, he makes Janus fragrances. It's actually but it's actually better than the originals because it's vegan. It's minus the fluff and carcinogens. So your favorite, your Baccarat, your Creed Aventus, all of that is available there. So, you know what I mean? Not to plug anybody, pause, but that's the homeboy. So you already know, like, it's official. What's up? I see a few of y'all cats coming in here. I'm about to start putting some of y'all on the screen. Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? Although super chats are open, just so you know, we in the building. Super chats, diamonds, we got all that. We accept all that. We here with it too. I'm gonna put some of y'all in the mix. Let me see. I see y'all going hard with the comments right now. Shout to y'all for jumping in, though, for real. We're gonna be presenting a couple videos. We're gonna be talking about respect. Respect. And y'all know how I feel about respect. Those of you who know me, hard to gain, easy to lose, and impossible to get back if you had it and lost it. Hard to gain, easy to lose, and impossible to get back if you had it and lost it. For real, for real. And what the hell is going on over here? What is Greta Thunberg doing on my stream?
That was a lie.
What is she doing? Shut up, lady. Shut up. I don't know how Greta Thunberg just invaded my stream. I was taking a little shot from her. That's what happened. I was taking a little shot from her earlier. I do my little Greta Thunberg situation. Hold on, let's see what's up. Go live. I thought I hit that already. For real. On the Instagram. Can't we? I don't know, man. Instagram has been kind of bugging lately, and that's fine, but y'all got to do better, man. Y'all got to do better. Y'all got to do better. It will not let me connect. Okay, I guess that's not going to work. We'll go ahead and close that out too. All right, so listen, I'm about to jump right into the videos, man. I see cats coming in. Anybody jumping in, just to go ahead and shout your city. Shout your city. Let's get it. Shout your city. Where y'all from? Come on. Do it. Do what? What are we doing? All right, I know y'all ready for a show. That's what y'all came here for. Y'all came here for a show, so we're going to give you just that. What is that? Yeah. Anybody jumping in, throw a like up for your boy if you want to. If not, the hell with you. But yeah, we appreciate it. Share this to at least one person, man. We about to go ahead and get started with the show, man, because I'm not gonna wait too long. We gonna go ahead and jump into this. All right. So basically, man, there are some situations where a man will not feel respected. He's not getting respect, right? There's certain things we know that there's a new day and different things are happening right now. It's not the 1950s, 1940s anymore. It's now, women are empowered, and that's great and all. But regardless, call me old fashioned if you want to. I still believe that a man who is doing his thing deserves a level of respect. Absolutely deserves a level of respect. Let me know in the chat if you agree. Former Stewart, make it clap for me. Y'all be coming up with some weird old stuff. I guess this is what I get for coming on late, right? Like this is what we get sometimes. I'm sure somebody's gonna come in and find out what type of situation we're really dealing with right now. So we're gonna jump into one of the videos, man. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna jump into one of these videos and we're gonna have fun with it. If I could find a damn thing, right? Here we are. All right, so we're going to jump into this video, then we're going to talk about it a little bit. At any point, if anyone wants to jump into the live and you want to be on video, the link is in the description. It's the Ecamm Live. If you just hit allow for your mic audio and your video to be in place, and you'll be with us. We're going to start with this video. I'm going to run it a couple times throughout the show for cats coming in. Anybody jumping in, please do like it up. Let's go.
You want to get cut out quick? Talk to a man any kind of way. Cussing at him, insults, whether it's targeted at his ego or his manhood. Talking to him like he a child. You can't do that. Because if they ain't gonna let nobody out there in the streets talk to them like that, what make you think you can talk to them like that? Well, if he was a real man, if he was a good man, he wouldn't have me acting like that. No, you acting like that because you think as a woman you can do that. But a real man gonna show you quick. He ain't the one to play with.
Correct. I want to know what y'all think about that. Do you agree? Do you think that a real man will let you know that he's not the one to play with? Because there's so many things, right? A lot of people just don't understand that sometimes, respect goes both ways, right? We do understand that men should respect women. We understand that women should respect men, but we've been seeing a lot of women lately just disrespecting men because they feel like there's a lot of things on their side. Sometimes it's the law that's on their side. Sometimes it's just the idea that they can get away with it because you can't, You can't be mean or physical with the woman and get away with it. So a lot of times women will go ahead and take advantage of that because they feel like there's no consequences. And one thing that I've learned over time is that humans don't behave well when they understand that there is no consequences to face. If we had no consequences, we would just be out here acting like some fools, straight up. If we knew we could get away with everything, we'd be completely different people than we are if we knew for a fact that we didn't have to face consequences. That's just a fact of life, and we know it. We know it. We know we wouldn't behave if we didn't have to face any consequences, which is wild, but it is what it is. So I do want to see. No, let's see what's going on with the TikTok. Any TikToks, I'll throw your comments on it too. It's going to come up with my name first, but that's what we're doing right now. It's very difficult to get on the live stream on most platforms and stream TikTok. That's tough. If you have a PC, yeah, I'm a Mac guy now, not an Apple guy, just a MacBook Pro guy, and it's tough sometimes. So I want to see what if anybody has over here, if they agree or not. So it's agreed. All right, so we got one here. Absolutely agreed. If anybody has any ideas on what we should do to stop the disrespect, right? I can tell you why women sometimes feel like they don't need to respect you. They can become frustrated with you if you are not taking care of business. Sometimes if you're not on your grind, if you're not on your business, sometimes females will disrespect you. I can tell you if she doesn't feel protected, like let's say you let somebody chump her in front of you. Nah, man, she ain't never gonna look at you the same way. Even if it's not necessarily valid in your opinion, even if you felt that it was no big deal. If she feels like it's a big deal and you did nothing about it, just expect that she's no longer going to respect you or sometimes even view you as a man and likely lose attraction for you. What I tell men generally is that if a woman doesn't respect you, then it's impossible for her to love you. So what does that mean? Remember, let's go back to what we just talked about. Respect is hard to gain, easy to lose, and impossible to get back once you've had it and lost it. Women don't regain respect for you, usually not, right? If she lost respect because you were cheating or something like that, and then you stopped and she felt out for a while, yeah, if she's that type of individual, yeah, that can come back sometimes. That can come back maybe if she felt like, okay, well, he's a different guy now, right? And there are some improvements that you can make to earn that type of respect back. But usually, especially if you get punked, man, they can't unsee that. They can't unsee that. It's almost like if you were a guy, right? Let's say you were a guy and you had your homegirl and you found out or you witnessed like 10 guys ran a train on her or something. You know what you would think? Yeah, you can't unsee that. She can't, she's in your mind, she would be a 304 for life, right? No matter what she changed, no matter what she did later on, you can't unsee that. And you would always view her as a 304, no matter what, just because you can't unsee that. It's the same type of thing once a woman loses respect for you, because we would lose respect for a woman in that sense. Women lose respect for different reasons. So if they feel like, oh man, yeah, I'm not doing that. He is not taking care of business. No, he is not protecting me. No, there's the 3 P's that women care about, right? The protection, the provision, and the problem solving. A lot of people don't mention. They only say the main 2, protect and provide, but problem solving is a major deal, right? Because the problem solving is when something's broke. Can you fix it? Can you do it on your own, or do you have to pay somebody to do it? Can you just go in and say, you know what? Let me look at this. Oh yeah, I got that. I can fix that. That's a whole thing. A lot of men aren't able to do that. I've had to assist men before. They couldn't do certain things. I'm like, damn, you don't know how to do that? You don't know how to change a tire though? Oh man, like certain things that you should just be able to do as a man. You should have some form of ingenuity, and women are attracted to that. And if you can't, man, you're going to be running into the Sahara Desert, and you got to understand that. That is 100% accurate. I appreciate you, BB. Yes, I try to be accurate, man. A lot of this is from XP, which I've coined that phrase when it came to the dating world. And those of you who are familiar with COD or COD, Call of Duty, yeah, they have experience points. And in life, you gain experience points. And once you do gain experience points from things that you've been through, then you get better. You should get better. You should learn from your mistakes. You get your experience points and then you're better. You're trying to be a 5-star general out here, man. So there is another quick video that I'm going to run, and I'm going to run a few of these videos. Problem solver. Yeah, exactly. He can fix and build everything. And I think a lot of men are missing that right now, unfortunately. And that's where that's one of the reasons why men are not respected as much, right? Because we don't do manly things. We have to do more manly things. Women have to see that. They love that. They love that when they are in a jam, that you can come and fix it and you can make them feel safe. You can make them feel secure. The main thing that women want in life is security, right? And of course, there's physical security, which is a major part of it. Don't get punked or let her get punked. Do not get punked in front of her and do not let her get punked. So security is one thing. Financial security is another thing. They want to be able to feel like they don't have to worry about these bills. They don't want to stress about that. They don't want, you are the problem solver. When there's a problem, there's a money issue, you got to hustle and go get it. You are the problem solver. That's up to you to solve that problem. You get it? You get it? Am I starting to get through there? I definitely want somebody to call through. The Ecamm Live link is in there. Go ahead and touch on it, pause. And we're going to, anybody who has any questions about anything that we're talking about today, I want to talk about it with y'all. I want y'all to get personal with it. I want y'all to really dive into this message. I want to be able to answer any questions, because I'm sure even if you just want to have a discussion as well, that's fine. I'm open to it. Jump in. I'll bring you in a link. I want this to be as interactive as possible. I'm going to highlight most worthy comments and, super chat and all. You know what I mean? I dig it. Super chats are great, but I also honor the ones who may not be able to super chat at the time. Let's see. Right. My dad was a problem solver. He could fix and build anything. That's absolutely correct. Here we go. Western men have been feminized. Michael T, you are onto something. I'm going to give you a hacksaw Jim Duggan. I don't know if y'all from the 80s. I'm an 80s baby, so I regardless of the smooth skin, man, I'm an old head. So hacksaw Jim Duggan, that's who that was. The wrestler from WWF when it was called WWF, not WWE. Yo. Telling you, what's up? And throw the likes in there if you haven't. Share this with at least one person. We're going to go ahead and get it. Regardless of the live, it's going to hit probably about $2,000. I'm assuming that this video will probably do about $2,000 because it's quality stuff. People don't catch it right away. And I know it's super late, except unless you're on the West Coast. But if y'all want to get the live pop, we get this live pop. We'll see what happens. Appreciate you, RG Productions. And I am quite aware. He demanded respect from everyone. Yes. You must command and demand respect. You must. Respect is an important thing, and not in my. I want to present this as fact. I'm going to present this as fact. I am going to present this as facts. Yes, 80s baby. If a woman doesn't respect you, she cannot love you. I'm going to say it again for camera number 2. If a woman does not respect you, she cannot love you. Listen to what I'm talking about here. If a woman doesn't respect you, she cannot love you. That's the plain old facts. I know you don't want to hear that, but what I'm telling you, gentlemen, ladies, if your woman has lost respect for you, she has lost love for you. She cannot love a man that she doesn't respect. And I know this isn't really what you want to hear. I know this isn't what you want to hear because it's bad. And I know some of you are thinking like, damn, how could he say that? Like, how dare you? Right? Like, but real talk, if a woman doesn't respect you, she cannot love you. If a woman talks to you crazy, she does not love you. Oh, let's see. Michael is joining. Let me see. I hit the somebody. Michael, are you here? I know I hit the button. I don't see you though. You was here for a second. All right, Michael, you're trying again. Let's see what it do. All right, you're in the building. All right, bet. I'm gonna bring you on, Michael. Are y'all ready for Michael? We about to bring homeboy on. Let's bring Michael on. Let me see. Can you say something, Mike, so I can hear you? Cannot hear you yet. Did you? Is your mic on? Damn, I don't know why I cannot hear. Guest is in green room. I'm gonna bring you on. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna need you to if you're muted, try and unmute.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. You in there, Michael? What's
Hey,
up?
how you doing, brother?
How are you, my friend?
I'm good, man. I just got off work. Brother.
Word. So what's happening with you, man?
Hey, not much, dude, man. I'm scrolling on the YouTube, man. I seen you. You caught my eye, man. I think I like what you're talking about, man.
Right. Now, let me ask you, brother, have you ever experienced a woman lose respect for you? It's a safe space.
Yeah, well, so I'm actually going through a divorce right now.
I am sorry to hear that, brother. I know what you're going through.
It's all good, brother. I actually served her the papers because
you served the papers. Wow,
yeah,
that's a different one.
Finish her.
Right.
Yeah, man. Generally speaking, it's the other way around, man. You know, and
yes, 70 to 80% of the time, 90% if they're college educated, according to the statistics. But you served it,
yes,
so it
sir.
must have been bad, man. Did she cheat?
I don't know, man. It's hearsay. It's kind of like that. It's kind of
so then something else happened because I know men generally don't go off hearsay, so that means something else had to happen. Something else happened, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
man. So I'm in the military, right?
Oh man, so you're away a lot.
Well, yeah. I mean, I finally brought her out here, man. I'm in Hawaii actually. I finally brought her out here. Shit was good,
Okay.
man. And it's the little things, you know. And it's like I try to tell people, like in a relationship, you know, there's got to be give and take from both parties. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And
Yes.
I think with a lot of these, from what I've seen, right, a lot of women in modern America, man, they expect all your give, and there's
Yes.
not a lot of take, man. You know
That
what
can
I'm
happen
saying?
sometimes. Yeah, I understand exactly
Yeah.
what you mean.
Yeah.
There's a sense of entitlement, right? I just want to explain something to the ladies for a second. Coors Light, I used to drink Coors like crazy, man. Original though, but I loved it. Oh man, I grew up on Coors. I gained about a lot of pounds with that. But yeah, probably why you're drinking a light. But check it out. So females, there's a lot of pressure on us, right? I hear a lot of females talking about like how expensive it is to go on a date and everything. Like, oh, we have to put makeup and hair and blah 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 blah, blah and this and that. But I'm like, all of that is superficial.
You don't need to.
It's superficial, and we
you
don't
don't need
require
to.
that. Most men don't even
you don't
require
need
that.
to.
If I'm gonna tell y'all, ladies, if you threw on a dress from Rainbow that's hitting your curves right, we good. If you put on press-on nails instead of go pay $200 for real ones, you still good. You could put on a little wig. Like, we don't care about all of that. As long as you look good, you smell good. You don't have to. You can go to Bath and Body Works and get some cheap spray and smell good. Men are expected to be comedians. Men are expected to be
Gotta be, man.
like, so you know what I'm saying? They want to be entertained. Right? We are expected to be chivalrous, right? And chivalry is literally sexist. We know that because it's chivalry by definition is sexist, right? We're expected to do certain things, and we're expected to pay for the dates. Most of them, definitely the first one, right?
Well,
if not all of them,
being a gentleman,
right,
you know what I'm saying?
right,
That goes
right.
apart
Even
with chivalry, you know?
exactly.
Yeah,
And
man.
chivalry and equal rights can't coexist because chivalry is literally sexist. And I'm not against chivalry. I just want y'all to know, ladies, we put it out there. We're the one who have to protect you during the situation. If anything goes down, we can't look at you like, oh, what you gonna do? No, it's all on me. If it's 3 guys, I gotta fight 3, and you just sit back, right?
Yep.
So
Stay out the
we're
way.
expected to pick you up. It's very awkward for a female to pick you up on a date. Everything that we do is like we have to. It's a lot of pressure on us, man. It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
And it's gonna hit our wallets, and we're most likely going to get scrubbed. Like the females generally will not give you a second date. Most dudes, if they like a female, man, they're not running away. Women are the ones who are fleeing. So there's so much at risk that as men, women, we just want you to be able to not necessarily sympathize, but empathize with us. It's important. You know what I'm saying?
Support, man. That's a big one, man. Support is huge, man.
Right.
And
Do you feel?
I think
Do you?
part of the reason why I'm going through the divorce and I decided to divorce my wife, like I said, there all the give and take dynamic, man. You know, sometimes as a man, it's like I need to know you got me. I don't. You don't need to be a problem. You know, you need to. You get what I'm saying? It
I
shouldn't
know
be. I'm
exactly what you're
always trying
saying.
to take. Yeah, like, cause girl, I'm always gonna take care of you no matter what, cause I love you, baby, right? But
Right.
you know, you don't need to be in my ear constantly about shit that isn't
The
necessarily
little
important.
stuff. The yeah. Sometimes people do
You
nag
know?
about the stupid stuff, but I
Yeah.
know it's human. It's human nature for us to be dissatisfied, right? That's why you see people with millions of dollars who could solve virtually all their problems, still miserable, right? That's just true to life.
Yeah.
And females, they deal with hormones way differently than we do, right? And that's just biological. It's not a lot of it we can't really say is all their fault, but
No, no, no.
I
Absolutely
do
not.
feel like you should make a conscious effort to mitigate that. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
me. That's what I think. I think that they should make a conscious effort to at least try to mitigate some of that, because you can't eliminate anything, but you can absolutely mitigate, and that's all we ask for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
So
Yeah, I agree. I want to go back real quick, man. Back to the whole makeup thing too. Like for the ladies out there, like and nothing again. Hey, baby, look, man. Look, girl, you want to get dressed up, you want to feel good, you want to look good. All for it. You know what I'm saying? All for it. But like, that's not that's not a necessity, and I think that's
right,
kind of what you were getting at, man. Like
yeah,
that's not
absolutely.
required, man. You know, I support it, girl. You know what I'm saying? I want you to look good, baby. Shit, you already look good. You know, but
Anybody jumping in, please share the live. Share the live. Go ahead and like that joint. Throw it up. Throw it up for the homie. So your main thing, I know you were saying, because the idea here, right? I'm very grateful for your testimony. I appreciate the courage for you jumping up and talking tonight.
yes,
So
sir.
I want to. The idea is for this channel to be solution based, right? So I would hope that you would be sort of specific as to some of the things that you dealt with, right? Like, what are some of the gripes
Okay.
that you had? Because I know you said you weren't getting the support. What kind of support did you desire that you weren't able to acquire?
So okay, I'll give you this right. I'll tell this story, man, and I'm not gonna string it out. I'm from North Carolina.
Okay.
I'm from Asheville, man. We got hit with the hurricane, you know, and a
Oh
lot
yeah,
of
yeah. It
people.
was sick out there. I
Bad.
saw some videos. That was sick, bro.
It was bad, man. And so I'm a fireman. You know, I was a fireman before I joined the military, and
Okay.
I seen what was going on, man, and I went home. You know, I talked to my wife. I was like, "Look, baby, you know, people are dying. I gotta go. I gotta go help. You know, because that's who I am." And she was all for it. I said, I was at work when this happened. I called her. Said, "Look, baby, pack me a bag. I'm coming home. Grab my bag. We're gonna go to the airport." Well, fast forward, right? You know, I told her, "Look, I'm try to be in contact with you as much as I can be." Well, you know, 2 weeks into this natural disaster, man, and the cell towers are down. You know, man, people are dying, man. It's nasty. And I've been working for about 2 weeks straight, man. Um,
Sheesh.
yeah, man, working about 2 weeks straight. At the time, I was trying to text her and call her every night as much as I could, man. We had the Starlink, and so I called her one night, and I put her before myself. I was
Of course,
filthy.
as
I
you
was
should.
tired. I'd been awake at this point for 48 hours. I hadn't had a shower in about 3 to 4 days because there's no running water. And I'm
Oh
working
man.
18 plus hour days, man, because it's bad.
Sheesh.
And so I didn't even take my boots off. I'm at the fire department. I called her. I said, "Hey," I talked to her, and it developed into this argument. And
Damn.
you know, one of the things she had said to me, you know, she was mad that I wasn't communicating with her more, even though we had the understanding that, hey, like I'm gonna do the best I possibly can. Okay. Well, then it developed. She's nagging me. She's griping at me. She's angry. She's upset. You're not calling me. You're not texting me. Well, then it develops into, well, I wish you would think about me while you was gone. Or
Damn.
I wish you would think about me. I wish you were thinking about me. And so in that moment right there, it's like to girl, of course, like right from man to man, like of course I'm thinking about you. You my wife.
True.
Girl, I'm out here slaving away for these people. And you are my crown jewel, baby. I'm thinking about coming home to you, girl. Every day. I'm out here, man. I'm out here in the mud and the muck and the death and destruction, and I'm thinking about you because you're my safe place. And now you're gonna turn around and say some shit like that to me. How are you gonna do that to me, man? And so this is what I'm getting to. There's, as a man, as a military man, right? I need my home life to be squared away.
Understood.
I need you to be able to understand me. You know what I'm saying? I need you to understand that, of course, I'm thinking about you, girl. I'm always. But there's a time and place, and and that's why I say the give and take. She expects something. She expects my attention. She's expecting that. Even though I laid the groundworks of, okay, I might not be able to communicate with you the way we normally would. And so that was like the final straw for me. And there's more little things, you know, intertwined and all of that, man. But it's like, you know, the big thing is understanding.
Right.
I needed some understanding.
Let me ask you, how old is the young lady?
She's 22.
Yeah. Okay. So she's not mature yet, man. What you're doing is tough. It takes a special kind of woman. Like, all right, let me ask you this next question. How's her relationship with her father?
Well, so she loves her dad, man, but her home life is she's like me, man. She comes from a broken home, you know, and
Okay. So was she with the mom or with the dad?
So they actually were never divorced. Her mama ran off though.
Oh shoot.
It was kind of like that, yeah.
Yeah. So
Her dad was
I mean,
always kinda
sometimes.
there.
Damn, that's amazing that she's not as understanding as you would expect, because normally when the father's in the life, even despite whether the mother's there or not, it's usually a good situation. There's always the outliners, but something was going on, but she's still young. I think that later on in life, she's gonna appreciate the hell out of you, right? Because like, think about it, man. You doing hero shit, man. You out here, you out here fighting for your country, and you're a firefighter. Those are like the two most dangerous, risky things. But I understand the cause, right? That is gonna. So on to for just to think about what she's dealing with, it is tough for her too. Have you ever decided to discuss
100%.
like, hey, did you ever discuss that? Like, hey, how does this make you feel? Like, have you ever? How does it make her feel knowing that at any day they could just come back with that flag, or that
Oh yeah, man. Well, I mean, and that, you know, like we dated for a while, we were engaged for a while, man, you know, and we definitely talked about that, and you know that was one of the big things, man, because initially I didn't want, when I met her, you know, it was cool and shit, but I didn't want no relationship, man, because I know what comes with that, being in the military.
Yeah.
And that was one of the big things. I was like, you know, like, look, baby, you understand, right? And she would tell me all the time, or she used to tell me, she's like, I know what I signed up for. Well, I don't think she really did.
No, you don't know. You don't know until you feel it. It's one of those things that it's one of those experiences that you don't understand until it actually happens to you, right? So I dig that, and I ain't mad at her for it. Like, I mean,
It's all right,
Hopefully
man.
your understanding of it is it's at least she's still. And how old are you?
I'm 21.
Oh damn. Y'all are both young as hell, man. The stuff you're doing is grown man shit, bro. I think you're gonna be all right. Y'all don't have any kids yet, right?
Nah, man, no kids, man.
So, and how long were you actually married?
A year.
Oh shit, that alimony running about nothing, bro. They can only bang you
man.
because it's according to
good,
the. Yeah. So,
good, man.
I mean, it is what it is. I'm not against. Me personally, I always push for saving your family and everything. However, y'all are very young and you're going through those changes, right? You've probably already exited just because you're exited your idealistic stage because you've already had to do so much man shit at the age that you're currently at. So that's different. She might still be there, and certain things at that age you expect things to go a certain way, right? And it's hard for you to accept it any differently. Particularly the generation right now. I guess you guys are not even you're like Gen Z, right? You're not even millennials. You're Gen Z.
I don't follow none of that shit.
Yeah,
man.
you're almost a damn alpha.
Dude.
Yeah, you're Gen Z, man. So it's one of them things, man. We're not as equipped. I'm gonna tell you where it started. The baby boomers were the most selfish generation, and they really worried about themselves. The silent generation was the last good parents overall. Of course, we just go on the generalities, right? There's a bell curve. There's some who do exceptionally well. There's some who do exceptionally poor. And then there's the middle, which is most of us. And most parents, after the silent generation, which was the baby boomers, that was the first selfish generation that at least recorded anyway, right? When we started keeping track of generations. And then mine, I'm Generation X, barely, and then there was millennials, and then you're Gen Z. So yeah, man, people were just selfish, and they didn't parent as well. They didn't invest as much in their children. They didn't have those same talks and everything. And those talks, man, they definitely help. And there was a lot that I was missing that I learned the hard way, believe it or not. I learned the hard, but fortunately it happened to me early. I was in a major city. I grew up in Newark, New Jersey. So you experienced a lot of shit. I've seen some things that most people will never, and experienced some things that most people will never. So a lot happened very fast for me, right? A lot of dangerous situations, a lot of different things. And, not compared to your danger, man, especially if you were in combat, forget about it. But
well, nah, I ain't been in no combat, but I get what you're saying, man. I've been around, man. I get what you're saying.
So I had to grow up fast. It's like sink or swim. Me and one of my homeboys from the area, we were talking about that. He was like, "It's sink or swim." When you're out there with them sharks, man, look, it is what it is. It's survival. So it's a great breeding ground for you to get some XP. Right, and I'm sure you're familiar with XP. You heard me talking about XP earlier. I don't know if that's what brought you on or not, but
yeah.
You probably a Call of Duty slinger, man, being that you do it in real life. So yeah, it's just one of them things. At least you guys are early. I know a lot of people who were ambitious enough to go ahead and get married very early, and they realize they change. And if you change, there's nothing wrong with that, right? You're turning into a different adult than you were in your teen years when you met her, and her as well. Man. And and it doesn't mean that anything's wrong with either of you. It's just that you're moving in different directions, right? Sometimes if you put everything on the table and what the expectations are, then it's cool as long as they can be fulfilled. But if that's not something she wants to do and what she wants is not what you want to do, then you better off. The earlier you cut it, the better, because both of you still have your lives ahead of you, and there's no children involved. You're not breaking up a home. It's just the two of you. So if y'all feel like, because you got married so young, it is what it is. And I know a lot of people say that, oh, you need to stick with your wife. I get it. I do get it. I did. But it's one of them things where it's like, I know you tried that, but
yeah, man, I did everything I could.
I think the worst outcome would be for you to be miserable and not be able to fulfill each other's needs because you try to stick with a marriage. I would suggest you don't do nothing like that. Don't do nothing like that. Don't do nothing like that for real. And I do want to jump back into the specific things, right? So because a lot of women don't understand what it is that they don't do for men. So anything that you could think of that just resonates with you, that was like, damn, this is because there had to be a moment, right, where you realize this ain't my wife, this ain't my life partner, this ain't my forever. There had to be something that happened. And he was like, damn, I messed up with this decision.
It's more so a culmination of little
Okay.
things, and
Okay.
so some of those little things, like, and it kind of goes back to the example you gave, like, or you made the point, yeah, we're both young, man. I'll admit that shit, yes sir, young man, and I was married to a young woman, and young people in this generation, it's weird, man. We want to go out, we want to have a good time, and
We do.
that's okay. That's
It is.
okay, but you know, I'm an ambitious person.
Understood.
I have goals and I have goals and I aspire to be something, right? And
Yeah, understood.
when
As
those
you should.
goals, yeah,
As
when
you
those
should.
goals don't align, right, things don't work out. And so why am I saying that? She, whether it's the partying, whether it's her
Oh,
going
she's
out
a party
with
girl. She does that. She parties.
it's weird, man. So where she came from, yeah, it's
And
complicated.
you're in my ear, bro. I'm not going anywhere. Keep talking. I'm not going
Yeah,
anywhere.
it's complicated, because once we started dating, got engaged and things, shit changed a little bit, but still there was still that some of that. It's like this right here, man. Look, to the ladies, hear this out, right?
Yeah, that's what we're here
As
for,
a
man. I
man,
want these ladies to learn something today.
yeah,
Let them know.
as a man, like if you have a boyfriend, you have someone who cares about you, right? Husband, fiance, whatever, man. Like, you are my crown jewel, girl. Like, I love you. I want to take care of you. And so look, there's nothing wrong with going out to the bar with your girlfriends, right? But here's where the problem comes in this example. You shouldn't be going out, getting dressed up, you shouldn't be going out to looking promiscuous. Like, that's
Oh
an issue with
yeah.
me.
Oh, so she was throwing on them
That's a
dresses.
huge issue.
Yeah, she
If
was
you're
throwing on
throwing on
them
the
dresses.
dresses, man, doing all the
Yeah,
makeup
buddy.
and shit, doing all the
I
makeup and all this shit,
The power
man,
of Christ compels you.
yeah,
I know exactly.
there it
I know
is.
exactly what you're talking about. And she's
Yeah,
still young,
man.
man. She was young minded. And some of these women be ready to be mothers and all of that stuff, right? Our culture, no, right? So my mother and father started the parenting like at 20 and 21, and they were ready.
too.
They was locked in. They was locked in.
Mine
So
wasn't. Mine wasn't, man. But me
it was
too.
a different ball game.
Yeah.
Maybe, and that's a lot of that was it. And you know what happened before? It was a whole such a thing as shotgun weddings. Are you familiar with the term shotgun wedding?
Oh, I'm familiar.
Oh
Yep.
yeah. And anybody in the audience who doesn't know, that's basically like if somebody found out that they were pregnant, they said, "Hey, I'm going to make an honest woman out of her." They knew they had to get married because, God forbid,
That's
you
what
had
you do.
a child out of
That's what you do.
wedlock, right? So they
That's
was like,
what
"We
you
got to
do.
get married. We got 9 months. We better be married." You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And that was a thing because people understood duty. It wasn't about them. I think right now we're in a hyper individualistic society. That hyper individualism
Yeah.
is wild. Everybody's worried about them and their happiness. I want to be happy. Forget legacy, forget children and all that. And if that's what you want to do, cool. But don't involve other people then. Don't get wrapped up in other people. Don't do relationships. Go ahead and have your hot girl summers, right? Go ahead and have your F-boy summers. Do what you do. But don't get into a relationship and want you can't expect the things that from a
You can't
relationship.
have both. You can't
No,
have both.
you can't have, no. It's tough. It's tough. And that's what I'm saying.
On that point, man, I think society in a lot of ways has lost honor, man.
You
We
get
used
no
to have-
combo for that, brother. That is a bar.
yeah, man.
That is a bar. That is a bar. You done. Yeah, I think so. I think we have lost honor. If you don't mind, brother, they're not really catching your face. They're catching like this, like above you. Oh yeah, hell yeah.
You got me.
There you go. Perfect. My man. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, now we in there. Yeah, I think in a way we have lost honor, man. The hyper individualism, man, it just makes us wild. Like we're just out here to be out here, and we all we worried about is ourselves. We're not worried about children. We're not worried about legacy. You see people who have 2, 3, 4, 5 kids, and they still worried about going to the bar and you know what I mean, twerking it up, busting it open. That's what it is. Sad,
and that's sad, man.
It's extremely sad.
Yeah, it's sad, and so I'll say this for the ladies out there. This is my personal preference, right? You know, what I look for in a woman, man. I'm looking for mother material, man. You know, I'm looking for someone who's gonna be not only for me, right? I need you to be there for me, right? Because I have hard days, man. You know, we all have hard days, right? And as a man, you know, you go and you fucking work your ass off and you go home, you know, and the last thing you want is another issue to deal with. The last thing you want is another problem or some nagging to deal with. You know, you want comfort, and you need that love. You want security, man. You want someone who's gonna take care of you and say, hey, baby, it's all right. You know, it's okay. Come here. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna say it's so, but it is starting to develop into this trend of being few and far between in this generation, man. You know, and I think it goes back to what you said, the individualism. It's like
the hyper individualism. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
We are more concerned about ourselves. I appreciate everybody jumping in, throwing the comments, man. Anybody jumping in, please do share the live. Please do share the live. We're gonna keep it going. It's gonna get deep tonight. Pause. We're gonna go in it. We're gonna get into this. And if somebody else wants to jump in, then feel free. I can actually throw on probably like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people on this live at once if I wanted to. We can make this a whole. We can make this whatever we want to do. I got a lot of controls on here, so we can make this live, real live, if we want to. But I appreciate you jumping in, man. Your testimony. I appreciate your just be so forthcoming, and you know it's a big deal because a lot of people just don't understand, right? It's a heartfelt conversation, and a lot of people are weary to do that, but I think it's a necessary evil, man, because I want people to understand what's going on. Like people just don't understand the perspective, right? And I definitely want some ladies on here too. So if in your opinion, do you feel like there was something you could have did better as a man?
Dude, man, brother. As someone who is a thinker, right?
Critical thinker, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, not only that, you know, I try to take the time and I really try to dissect everything, man. Just in life, throughout the day, in general. You know, I like to take the time to just think about, you know, what the fuck happened today, right? Just as an example. And I would have done a lot of things differently, you know. I would have done a lot of things differently.
Yeah.
I wish.
Like.
Damn, dude. I wish I wouldn't have been so. I just wish I would have been a better person. You know what I'm saying? I wish I would have been kinder. You know, I'm not saying I'm an asshole, but you know, sometimes, you know, it's how it is. You know, I just wish. I always just wish I would have been kinder, more soft spoken. You know, with me and her. You know, and sometimes that's hard to turn off.
It's hard to do. It is hard to turn off because the jobs you're doing, is particularly the military. You're a soldier, right? So they a lot of people don't understand the mental anguish that goes with it. I have a lot of friends who have served in some you know, some special units and stuff. So I understand like how rigid it is and what type of an individual you are trained to be, and that doesn't go away. It doesn't turn off, and those experiences you can't unlive, right? It's programming
too. Yeah, it's part of the culture too, man. And you know, I think women need that. Women need that.
Yeah. Absolutely. So how you deliver things is important to women. Even though we're more pragmatic about subjects, but we have to. The most important thing that will bring you success in a relationship. I'm going to say it for camera too. God damn it. The most important thing that you can do to add to a relationship is perspective. When you begin to understand perspective, y'all got to take some of these words down. Perspective is one, balance is another. Perspective is extremely important. When you have that ability to understand that perspective, then you can provide those things like sympathy, like empathy, right? Those things like caring, like that nurturing spirit. Like it's just one of those things. Perspective, just understanding, being able to put yourself in their shoes. If you have that ability to be able to put yourself in their shoes, then you're gonna have a good situation, man. Like, but a lot of us don't do that, right? We understand what our wants are, what our needs are. We know what we want, but how often do we take the time to put ourselves in their shoes, right? Consideration's a big word for me. That is the most attractive trait in a woman to me is consideration, meaning that you think of things that I didn't even think of yet. Can you think for me? Not in a way where you're trying to run shit, but when you like, damn, you know what? I know what he's about to need. Boom. Consideration. Yep. And, I try to be extremely considerate. I try to think ahead. Those are the things. I mean, y'all made some mistakes, man. The weird thing about it is I feel like after y'all grow up and all of it, not to say you a grown ass man, I'm not going to do that to you, but I'm just saying there's more experience. There's more XP to get, man. Right? And it's just because of your age. You just haven't lived enough. Oh, man. Is it?
It says we got 11.
It's still up?
It did kind of lag there for a second.
I'm about to check it out right now. I don't know if I'm on the wrong. I'm going to double check it. Let me make sure. I see we're having some crazy ass difficulty, man. It's been nuts. I don't know what it's about, but let me see. But if it's not, I don't know, man. It's been a rough one tonight. It's been a rough one. Yeah. But I think, matter of fact, I think it's still going. Yeah, we're still going. At least on YouTube. As long as we got the YouTube going, we good. Yeah, we good. We straight. We on YouTube. Yeah. Okay, it just jumped in. Some more people came in.
On that note, going back to some of the details from my relationship.
Go ahead.
I consider myself a considerate person. Like you said, man. Like I love people, right? People. I try to take care of my people always. And so when I would sit down and have conversations, with my ex-wife, on okay, if she comes to me with an issue, excuse me.
Okay.
So okay, baby, look, let's sit down, let's talk about this. Okay, let's be grown ass adults. Let's talk about this shit. Let's work it out. She communicated her issues to me when she did, and I'm like, okay, you know what? Bam, fucking game plan, right? Game plan.
Okay.
We're gonna do this, and this to mitigate, right? We're gonna work on this, right? And so, we would try to do these things, and 2, 3 days, 4 days later, when I would go to hold her accountable, I would turn into the bad guy. Right? Now, we both made this agreement that, hey, we're going to work on this. You know what? Look, baby, I love you. You love me. Okay, I know that this bothers you. This has been bothering you. We're gonna fix this. Okay? But when it comes down to it, it's like, hey, remember our conversation? Remember what we talked about? We said we're not gonna do this, and this. So we're gonna try to do it this way, right? As soon as I would bring something like that up, I'm instantly labeled the bad guy.
I believe it. Yeah, some
automatically.
People, I'm gonna tell you, man. And I don't want to say all women, but many women who I've experienced, and many women who, like the homies experience, I have had some real heart to heart, some TED Talks. And
TED Talks,
yeah, right. And women are taught fantasy in the very beginning, right? When we're playing with these blocks, and we're building and everything, women are fantasizing. They have Ken and Barbie, and sometimes
Interesting.
that doesn't go away, right?
Yeah.
It dissolves the ability for you to be pragmatic for one, and it diminishes logic and reason. Sometimes it can do that. So if you don't,
that makes
right?
sense, man. Yeah.
And secondly, I know both of you guys said that you came from broken homes, so you haven't witnessed what a good example is like. You have not been able to witness what a good example of a family is like. So you as a man,
on a personal basis, no.
right?
For me,
so you were learning on the fly.
For me,
you were learning on the fly, and she was
exactly.
too.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I'm sure I believe that both of you had good intentions, but unfortunately, sometimes intentions aren't enough. We all need that foundation. We need to do something that we refer to as somebody has to pull your coat. I don't know if you're familiar with that term, but it basically means like, hey dude, this is how this goes. I see where you're going with that. That's not the best way to do it. Let me pull your coat, brother. And we need that sometimes. A lot of times the old heads don't really do that for us. Yeah.
The military taught that to me, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And and a lot of times you were learning to be a man in the military, right? That's
Yeah.
You're learning to be a version of a man. I don't know. I know it teaches you a lot of things about life, but I don't know how that correlates to relationships. Right?
Not very well, but
are we making sense here? You know what I'm saying?
yeah, when you find mentors and shit, you know, you find mentors, man. Like
Yeah.
I go to church, you know, and you
What's
find
your faith?
mentors.
What's your
Well,
faith?
so I'm a Christian, man. I'm an Orthodox Christian, actually.
Okay.
There's not a lot of us out there, but or at least in America. But yeah,
Nope.
man, I'm an Orthodox Christian. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Was your wife on board with that?
No, so she's a Southern Baptist.
Oh man.
So yeah, you can imagine how that kind of went.
Y'all reading from the same book, but the fundamentals are a little bit different.
Right.
One thing that I recommend is that that you normally get with someone who's within the same religion, right? Or
Yeah.
whatever that looks like.
Of the same
Or-
yoke, man. That's what the Bible
Yeah,
says.
that's important. That's extremely important. I think you went out, brother. There
I
you
got
go.
a phone
You're back.
call,
You're back. You're back. Okay.
I got a phone
Scared me
call.
for a second. Oh, okay. If it comes in, just bang on him.
my
you
boy.
you back in.
He probably trying to go to the bar, man.
Oh yeah. I got invited to the bar too, right before the stream. Actually, I was invited out twice tonight, but I wanted to. I was compelled to stick with my free game Fridays. I'm gonna really be doing
Man,
this
good for you,
a
man.
lot
Good
every
for you.
night. Listen, man, I'm on my purpose, man. I feel like I have something that I feel like I share with people, and I want better for society overall. So I'm on a mission
Me too, brother.
to
for
continue
you.
to do this. You know what I'm saying? You might have to go on D&D.
Hey, brother, I think I'm gonna have to take these calls, man.
Do it, brother. Go ahead. But I appreciate your testimony,
Dude,
man. If you want to shout,
I'm
if
gonna
you want to shout
subscribe.
your
I'm gonna subscribe.
I appreciate
I'm
it.
gonna subscribe.
Please share the
Bro,
video
thank
to a
you
couple
for-
cats
thank
too,
you,
brother.
man.
All right, bro.
God
Yo, you
bless
have a good night.
God bless you, man. Everybody
too, brother.
listen too. God bless you.
All right, you too, brother. We appreciate the brother for the testimony, man. That was a valid story, man. Hopefully he's able to get through that situation. Anyone else who wants to jump in, feel free. That was some great testimony, and I felt like it offered us a little bit of perspective tonight, man. I feel like it offered us a bit of perspective tonight. I'm definitely here for y'all. Anybody else want to jump in? Let me catch up on some of these comments over here. And just so y'all know, the super chats are available. Anyone who has not liked, go ahead and like. Please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm gonna start doing this every Friday. I might jump in even a little more if y'all share this video and it starts to generate enough hits. Then I'll stop with the pre-made videos and I'll go on live. I like the live experience because I like to interact with people one-on-one and be involved. I really want to be in touch with any of my supporters. I appreciate that. Y'all are not no damn fans. We are all people here. and anyone who supports me, I want to offer anything that I can. There is no paywall behind my consultation, none of that stuff. Unless you ask me to do something nefarious, which I'm very good at, unfortunately. I can do that too. I try not to do that. But if you want me to do that, you're going to have to pay me. That's the only payment I'm taking. If you have nefarious acts, like if you want to talk about a dread game and all of that nonsense, then yeah, you're going to pay me for that. But, you know, me trying to put good into, which is crazy because there's a good and a bad side to me if y'all haven't picked up on it yet. But let me get through a couple of these comments. Accountability is kryptonite to you-knows. Okay, I hear you.
Perfect.
And that is a valid statement. I try not to do the lame calling per se, but sometimes that's valid. Listen, man, I'm gonna tell you though, it depends on what circle you're in, because if you're looking in the right places, bro, you could really run into some females who don't lack logic or reason, man. They might have Pro Tools, Fruity Loops, all that, man. I'm telling you. So it's just one of them things, man. Like, you just gotta have to really look though. You're gonna have to dig a little bit, pause. But they're out there, man. There are some females who are actually considerate. There are some females who will think ahead. There are some females who will pour into your man. Like, they're out there. It's tough, far and rare, we know. But that's what we're working on today. And I don't think that anybody is just intentionally trying to be a jerk or anything like that. I believe that people just don't understand a perspective. And that's one of the reasons why I do what it is that I do, to offer perspective. Never say all. Correct. And I don't believe in that. You are absolutely right, Vita B. Cross. Look, I do not believe in all. Never. There's always outliers, right? But we deal with the generalities, right? We try to deal with the generalities. We know that there are some prominent issues with men and women today. So we deal with the generalities. But I would never venture out and say all. That's ludicrous. Facts, Vito. No, you're right. Trevor speaking facts. I try to, man. That's my job, to speak facts. I have to speak facts. The truth and nothing but the truth. I tell you, no. All right, so I'm going to throw another video on. Anyone else who wants to jump into the live, please go ahead and do that. It's very easy. If you don't know how to jump into the live, if you were watching this from TikTok or whatever, you probably have to go to my link tree. It's under Trev Smooth. The link tree is in my TikTok bio, and you'll find the Ecamm Live link there. I've installed it. And if you are in the YouTube chat, the link is in the description, the Ecamm Live link. You click on that and then just say yes to your audio and your video, and it's pretty much like a Zoom call. You'll be right in here, and we could chop it up, any issues that you may have. I'm going to throw another video in the meantime, and I'm going to jump into some more comments. Anyone who has not liked, shared this, or subscribed, you slipping. Get on it.
Are you not entertained?
All right, bet. Let me get this. Oh. Yep, what was that one? All right. So, yeah, keep it coming. Keep it coming. Oh, we got some more comments. I'm going to get through these first. It takes humility to want to learn. Absolutely. Absolutely. That is a bar. You get an ultra combo for that. That is a bar, because people don't understand that. It takes humility to want to learn, because otherwise you think you know it all. And if you think you know it all, you're not going to learn anything. So you are absolutely correct on that. That is a bar. Show us. Okay, here we go. Y'all wilding with the nonsense. LeBrusher. That's actually a pretty good one. You look like RoboCop. I could only imagine what you look like, because you didn't use a real avatar. I know I'm sexy enough to use my actual face. So and I challenge anyone to come on here and try to roast me. That you will see another side that you didn't even think existed on this side. So y'all can roast, and I'm all with it, as long as you with it too. It ain't no one-sided roast over here. If y'all want to go low frequency, we can absolutely do that. We can derail this whole conversation if that's what y'all want. I'm a slave to the mob. For those of you who don't know, slave to the mob. Whatever the mob wants is what the mob gets. And if y'all ever want to make this low frequency, I got it in me. Pause. Right. So where do we look? In the right places. Good question. Perfect. Good question. All right. So where do we look in the right places? You know where homeboy would have found his wife? Probably in church, because he's a religious man. If you are a religious person, I think that is the best place to find your mate, because you're obviously going to find someone who is equally yoked. You know, they talk about that. I don't often reference the good book because I'm not hyper religious or anything, but I do understand religion. I grew up in the church, so I dig it. And if you are religious, then that's where I would suggest you go. Right. I will tell you absolutely where not to go. Do not go to the club. Do not go to the bar and think you are going to find a suitable mate. You won't. And that's what I should have asked homeboy, man. I wonder where he met his wife at, because that actually counts. I would say networking and events, whatever it is that you're into, whatever your hobby is, do that. Sometimes even your work hobby, like whatever it is that you do, real estate events, you might find somebody who could connect with you on that level. Even network. Just imagine if you could work with your spouse. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever it is that you do, you have to, there's always events. You got Facebook now, right? That's really pretty good for that. You got Instagram, Networking City, LinkedIn. Start looking into people who have similar values to you, right? If you was a Star Trek nerd, then you would want to go to a Star Trek convention and find you another Star Trek nerd. That's just what you do. Like that, you have to find people who are into the things that you in, people who hold the same values that you do. So places that you go on your own time that you enjoy is likely where you could find a suitable mate. There's different strategies depending on what it is you're looking for, but I'm talking long term here, right? There's always women who say, oh, where do you find the dudes with the money? I've been asked that question a lot. That's easy. Go to the golf courses. Even if you don't know how to play golf, one of them will gladly help you. Go to the cigar lounges. That's where the money at. Like it depends on what you want your outcome to be. What results would you like to yield? So depending on what it is you're looking for is depending on where you are going to seek. All right. Usher. Well, I'll take Usher, man, because the ladies like Usher, so I'm not even mad. Jericho Candy. You had a good father figure. You're level-headed. I'll say, yes, I did. I actually had some older siblings as well. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. They definitely put their work in. We try. I was a work in progress for a long time. Don't think that I was out the womb like this. I did not. I went through a lot of things before I got to this point, and I'm still growing. Just so we're on the same page here. Like I'm trying to do my thing, right? I understand that I'm in a position where I could help others, and not just in a relationship wise. I mean, this is a hot topic, and this is what people like to watch me do. So I'm a slave to the mob. I'll do that, but I've also helped people raise their credit score to 200 points sometimes, right? I've helped people. If I was in a better financial position, I'll help you get that right. I know a lot about finances now. I'm getting better at it. Just about regular life things, man, about how to raise children, right? All that, man. I have 2 beautiful children who are doing well, doing honor roll type business, extracurricular activities and stuff like that. So, you know, it's just about that desire to want to do well, right? And understanding the process. My trade, what I do aside from this, is problem solving. So my trade that I do in real life outside of YouTube and Instagram and TikTok is problem solving. That's just kind of my nature. Cool style. I appreciate you. I appreciate all the love, man. I appreciate all y'all for jumping in and sticking with me, man, because y'all could be doing anything right now. I know on the East Coast over here, it is literally 2 a.m., right? And so I know it's at least a little late. Even if you're on the West Coast, it's got to be 11 p.m. So y'all still on Friday, so that's what's up. But I appreciate y'all for jumping in. The right place to look is within. Yes. And I usually tell men and women, right? Mostly men, because a lot of men have a harder time understanding this. Get yourself together, right? If you're a man, you jump in a gym, you get your finances right, you become well read, you travel a little bit, your conversational skills. I promise you, if you travel a little bit and you start to read, it doesn't have to be any specific type of novel or anything. I try to gain knowledge. I don't even read books per se. I normally read articles. I'm an information whore, so I read a lot. So I'm big on statistics, analyzing and data. That's just my thing. Just so I could, my opinions are fact based. So that's a lot of what I read. But all day, I'm talking about as far as technology, as far as relationships, as far as politics. I try to be versed in all of that. As far as world events, everything. I really try to be versed on that. And once you start to read a bunch and you know a lot of information, you'll be a better conversationalist. And as long as you learn to listen, because women like to talk more than they do like to listen, and that's fine because I like to listen to people because it gives me more insight and perspective. Men, you can talk your way out of kitty real easy. So the less you say, the better. But you should know how to lead and steer a conversation, almost like you're a journalist. You let them do most of the talking. You just lead the conversation. All right, let's see. Opinion of Braun. I don't even know. Come on. Look like a boxer who knocked out. Oh, man. We be getting some trolls sometimes, man. I'm about to have to get my moderator. I'm going to have to get some new moderators. I had some moderators. I call them moderators because, I'm a slave to the mob. Anyone who supports me would be considered the mobsters. If you join the, what do they call that? The, like the subscriber. If you end up the member, if you become a member, then you would be a mobster. And anyone who moderates for me will be considered a moderator. Would you let a lady use your handkerchief if she was crying? Absolutely. I got plenty of these. And I don't pay a lot for them. I'm just going to tell you, I'll give you a secret, man. I don't spend a bunch of money on clothes. Some things you can't skimp on, particularly dress clothes. I'd get it. But handkerchiefs and ascots, they're not that expensive. So, yeah, I would absolutely let a lady use my handkerchief. But I'm the type of dude where I always have a napkin or two. So if I have that first, and I keep soft tissues too. So I would use that first. But if I end up having to get the hanky and I got to go without it, then it is what it is. I am a gentleman. Where we at? I don't even know what Curtis Stevens is. Here we go. Stop it with the trolling, man. That's why I need some moderators. Anyone who wants to be a moderator, let me know. Hit me up with a DM, Trev Smooth, TREV_SMOOVE. It's the same as my YouTube at. DM me on Instagram or something, or send me an email, and I will absolutely accept you as a moderator. Once I see you a couple times over here and I realize you want you to grind, go ahead and do it. What? Floyd Mathers? Oh, is Floyd Mathers? Possibly. I don't know. I know mine is. I don't know about your boy Floyd's. I know mine is. I don't want to put that on nobody. I have to look at it because he just now kind of got that. It might. Yeah. I'm not going to comment on it because I don't know. All right. We met at a karaoke show I hosted. He fell in love with me at first sight as I did him instantly. Let's talk about it. Come on, Donna, jump up here. Hit that link. The link is in the description. You on YouTube. Jump on that. Hit the link in the description. We can talk about it. I can answer all your questions in real time. Jump on it. Evenly yoked Christians, too blessed. Yes. Is that R2D2 behind you? What do you think? What do you think? That looks like R2D2. Yes, it is. I have R2D2. I know there's a lot of Star Wars fans in the house. You know what I mean? I mess with R2D2. I do. I got a couple things on here. It's a lot. If you really start peeping when I got back here, there's a lot of gems in here. I got another video that I want to share with y'all too. I really do. There's a whole nother video that I want to share with y'all. I'm glad y'all coming in with the comments and all that. How you living? What up, Zach? Man, I'm doing what it do, man. Everything is good. Highly favored, you know. It was like Usher and Bron. Oh my gosh, that's like kind of weird, but okay. Whoa. Me and him are the opposite. Talks way more. I listen. Oh, okay. Listen, and I'll tell you this. This is what I will tell you. The person who does more listening and less talking always has the advantage. Listen to it again. I'm going to say it for camera number 2. The person who listens and does less talking is always at the advantage because they are giving you all the information that you need. Consider that. Consider that. No joke. I was going to say that was a rude comment he made. Yeah, it is. I mean, it is what it is. It's YouTube, man. Ugh. Yeah. All right. So I do have another video I want to jump into, being that the topic tonight is respect. We're going to jump on respect one more time. I have another video related to respect. So we're going to jump in, and then I'll jump back into some more comments. And I would love for y'all to jump in here with me, and we have another discussion.
What does it mean if a husband loves his wife but doesn't like her?
Really simply, it means he doesn't feel good around her. He's tired of sacrificing his own happiness for the sake of hers and getting nothing in return. He's tired of working hard to make her happy and getting zero appreciation and respect in return. So what he's decided to do, consciously or unconsciously, is retreat to spaces where he actually feels good. Retreat to spaces where he gets recognized and acknowledged for the good man that he is and the good deeds that he does for other people.
Yep. What do y'all think of that? What's your thoughts on that video? What are your thoughts on that video? I want to run it one more time because I know sometimes people miss it. And it's just a quick video. So I'm going to run it again, but I want your thoughts on this particular video. Because they said some stuff that was legit in here. It's valid. I want your thoughts.
What does it mean if a husband loves his wife but doesn't like her?
Really simply, it means he doesn't feel good around her. He's tired of sacrificing his own happiness for the sake of hers and getting nothing in return. He's tired of working hard to make her happy and getting zero appreciation and respect in return. So what he's decided to do, consciously or unconsciously, is retreat to spaces where he actually feels good. Retreat to spaces where he gets recognized and acknowledged for the good man that he is and the good deeds that he does for other people.
Man, that is deep. Pause. I'm telling you, that is so deep. Y'all do not understand. Well, hopefully you do, but I don't know. I got to give him an ultra for that because he articulated that so well. That is a deep statement, man. What does it mean? I'm glad she posed that question too. Shout out to her too for posing that question to us, man. Shout out to her for posing that question. What does it mean if a man loves his wife but doesn't like her? Man, are y'all ready for this? So if a man loves his wife but doesn't like her, he explained it pretty articulately. I'm going to expand on that. Absolutely. So he says he's not appreciated for his deeds. He's going to safe spaces where he is appreciated. Absolutely. You get an ultra for that, brother. And I'm going to tell you, men, believe it or not, you don't have to give us a pat on the back all the time, but we want to know that we are appreciated. I would venture to say that most men try their hardest to support their families, to support their wives, to support like what's going on, man. Like it's just one of them things where we want the best for everyone around us. We truly want the best for everyone in our circle, whether it be our friends, like our sometimes even our associates, man. We just have that type of nature, man. A lot of people don't understand that men are also nurturers. I'm going to say it again. Men are also nurturers. It looks different, but men are also nurturers. When a man is providing, when a man is going out every day, busting his ass, this homeboy that was just on, man, he's going out fighting for his country. He's jumping and burning buildings, right? In the name of supporting his family, in the name of fighting for the country, in the name of saving lives, right? And so you're at risk, man. At any point, like I said to him earlier, man, they could bring that flag back home. I don't know if y'all know what that looks like when they bring the flag back home. When that flag come back to your house, when that flag comes back to your house, you are not coming with it. And if you are, you know you're in one of them boxes, man. So that's a reality, right? 2 super dangerous jobs as a very young man. And he did not feel supported. He did not feel appreciated, right? And she just sees, oh, he's never here, or, that type of thing. But the man understands his duty, but he's doing that duty so he could not only put some good into the atmosphere, right, for humanity, but also he's doing it to support his family, to support his wife. Now, he didn't mention if she worked or not. We don't know, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to make any assumptions, but I think she didn't, right? I could be completely wrong, but I think he was likely making enough to be able to support her. North Carolina, the cost of living is not outrageous generally. If you're in one of the major cities, God help you. But other than that, it's not that deep trying to support your family. So for him doing that, he probably made enough to be able to support them, right? And working for her might have been elective, old school style. So men do want to be appreciated. And sometimes, that I'm going to just tell you, man, there's certain ways women, how do I appreciate a man, right? I know y'all want to know. I know you want to know.
Today I got time, cuz.
Listen, man, sometimes it's just that, you know what? I appreciate what you're doing for the family. Why not just be able to articulate it in plain English? You ain't got to get complicated with it. You ain't got to go crazy. I appreciate what it is that you do for the family. I know you work hard and we love you for it. That's not that difficult, right? Showing respect, never talking down to him. Woman, please don't ever talk down to your man. Don't ever yell at your man. That is the easiest way to repel him. That is the easiest way to disconnect from him. That is the easiest way for him to fall out of love with you. I can tell you right now, when you start to down talk a man, he is probably thinking exit strategy. I apologize.
Yeah, I got time, cuz.
Do not talk down to your man. Do not talk down to your man. He's going to realize that you don't respect him. And you can't honestly say that you truly love him if you don't respect him. Love for a man cannot exist without respect. Period. I don't care what you say. Love for a man cannot exist without respect. Period. Period. If you don't respect that man and show him respect, you don't truly love him. And you need to figure out why and why you're still with him. Is it out of convenience? Why are you still with him? Is it because you're afraid to start over again? Why are you still with him? These are the things we have to think about sometimes. Do not talk down to that man. At no time ever should you become violent with that man. Never, ever, ever, ever in life should you ever become violent with that man. It's unacceptable and reprehensible. Don't ever do that. Respect is extremely important. Probably number one for most men. I would say for me, for sure, respect is number one. Appreciation is up there. You have to show that you appreciate that man. Sometimes it's just some good old fashioned random McLovin. Some random McLovin. Random McLovin, man. You know what I mean? Greet that man. Greet that man. You know what I mean? Little sloppy toppy never hurt nobody. Come on now. Random. You ain't got to set up or nothing. Just spontaneous. Spontaneous brain will go a long way because it's a selfless act, right? Selfless act. Act of kindness. Men are simple creatures, man. We don't ask for a lot. You don't have to go ball out on us. It's cute when you do, but you don't have to. Show him some affection. And don't shame us into what it is that we are supposed to like. Do not. We know what type of men, we know what type of creatures men are. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. Let me see. I'm going to get into a couple of these comments here. Oh, we got some long ones here. Let's see. Where did I leave off? All right. Okay. I'll start here. Okay. Then we got, this is Andrew Knowles. I remember you from okay, never mind. It means it's time to move on. Correct. I absolutely agree. You get an Ultra Combo. Yes. Once the respect is gone, it is absolutely time to move on. People who stay in relationships too long. Past the expiration date. Ooh. How many stay in relationships past the expiration date? When that milk done gone sour. It don't taste good no more. It got the curdles in it. It's nasty right now. It's sour. But you stay in it. You stay on in it. Why? Why are we doing that? Why are we doing that? Why are we putting ourselves through that when we know it ain't good for us? That's a long one. In my eyes, ain't the greatest. This was 20 years of marriage. We grew way apart, way toxic, incompatible. I worked labor. He was a computer, and I did all the work at home. Oh, you know what? Listen, that's another thing. The easiest way to lose a woman is to make her feel like she's overwhelmed. When you overwhelm a woman, then she is now thinking exit strategy. And her strategy is a lot easier. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I got time, cuz.
It's a lot easier for a woman to leave. And that's why, we talk about it. 70 to 80% of women initiate divorce because it's actually incentivized for you to break up your family. It's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, if you don't want to end up on that divorce block, man, I'm telling you, don't let her feel ignored or overwhelmed. Red pill, I don't know if I could consider myself red pill, right? I'm certainly red pill aware, but what's been going on with the red pill lately, we find a lot of people not living the lives that they've claimed to live. We found a lot of people, and I don't care about the lies per se, but when you're outside of your ideology, when you preach an ideology and tell people they're stupid for not doing it, then yeah, you're wilding. I can't follow that. And I think that it's become extreme, almost like how Democrats and Republicans alike have become extreme, and there's just two factions that can't agree on anything ever, and we can't sign a bill, and filibuster's been used more now than ever, and it's just getting wild. I feel like it's too extreme at this point. It's become an extremist group, and I can't get with that. Anybody jumping in, please do like the video. If you enjoy what you're watching, please do subscribe to the channel. I promise to only get better. Anyone who's been following me for a while understand that I have gotten better and will continue to. I'm on a endless pursuit of perfection. And yeah, so I can't say red pill. I'm just a guy that has a little bit of XP that wants to offer perspective and share perspective. I manage. Okay. All right, I'm going to do it now. He's my rock. He's so lovable, funny, and smart. Congratulations. Congratulations on that. I'm glad you are doing well. That is awesome for you. I love to hear those stories. That's awesome, Donna. True that. That's what they love, to be greeted like puppies greet him at the door. We all just bear hug him. Exactly. See, she understands. She understands. Men are simple creatures. It's one of those things that I know there's some things that you picked up in life that seemed like it was extremely difficult. But then once you got it, you just got it. And it's like clockwork, and you could do it subconsciously pretty much. let's say driving. I'm sure most of you are adults and are familiar with how driving is. But when you first got into it, the rules and all that stuff was looking crazy. Just the written test alone, you were probably nervous as hell during your driving test and your first go arounds and when you were learning and everything. But at some point, now you're eating pizza. Well, at least I do. I eat pizza while I race people, and it don't even matter, right? And drive a manual, by the way, only. And it's just easy. You can be half asleep and do it. Some of you are intoxicated and can still drive fine. So it just gets easier and easier. It's just one of them things. Once you understand the man, it's like clockwork. It's easy. Why are y'all so obsessed with Diddy, man? Y'all wild. Y'all are wild. I've seen that's probably like the most common word in chats right now. Ooh. Anybody who doesn't know who I am, I'm Trev Smooth. I don't know, someone saying, what's your name? Have you ever had knee surgery? Thank goodness. No, I have not. You got sick glasses on. I appreciate y'all, man. I'm actually working on an endorsement here, man. Shout out to your boy, right? We're going to be doing that. I'm always a shades guy. That's like one of my trademarks. Lamar Odom. I ain't going to take that one. Yes. So I'm going to run that first video again because there has been a lot of people in and out. Pause. So I'm going to run that video over, but I want y'all to take a look at it again because I know a lot of y'all may have missed it. So I had the second video up. I just ran that, so I'm not going to run that one right now, but I'm certainly going to run the first one again. Anyone who wants to join this live, it's free. It don't cost you nothing. You're going to get a free consult or just a conversation if you want. All you have to do is go into the link in the description. Most of you are from YouTube here. So I see some people still up on TikTok. Y'all getting the numbers up right now. Appreciate y'all watching in. But you're also available on TikTok. But TikTok is a couple buttons. You have to hit like 3 buttons. You got to go to hit my name, then go to my bio. And when you're in my bio, hit my link tree. Ecamm Live is now the first link at the top. If you are on YouTube, the link is in the description. Just hit the Ecamm Live link and you'll be able to come in here and we could chop it up. Don't think you're going to come in weird looking or anything like that because I don't just throw you in. I will screen you first and we could have a conversation. Anything that y'all want to talk about, any questions you may have or discussions that you want to start is fine too. So we can go ahead and do that. I'm going to get through these few more comments and then we're going to jump into the video. All right. They're just talking stupidness right now. Oh. Fosho Fugazi. That's one of them that was discovered as of late, and then there's also, Fresh and Fit have been having a very tough season. I don't want to see it happen to these guys, but I want to see them make less mistakes because most of the things that they are dealing with right now are self-inflicted. Absolutely all of it. I'm going to say, I ain't going to fraud. It's all self-inflicted because if they were doing better, could this have happened to them? No, it couldn't have. I'm going to run that video again for y'all. And then we're going to talk about that one.
You want to get cut out quick? Talk to a man any kind of way. Cussing at him, insults, whether it's targeted at his ego or his manhood. Talking to him like he a child. You can't do that. Because if they ain't gonna let nobody out there in the streets talk to them like that, what make you think you can talk to them like that? Well, if he was a real man, if he was a good man, he wouldn't have me acting like that. No, you acting like that because you think as a woman you can do that. But a real man gonna show you quick. He ain't the one to play with.
Right. Exactly. What do y'all think of that video? What do you think of that video? Some of you might have missed it. I run the videos twice sometimes. If they're short. This is very, 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 very short. Wait. This is a very, 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 very short. So I'm going to run the video one more time and then we're going to get into the discussion about this particular video.
You want to get cut out quick? Talk to a man any kind of way. Cussing at him, insults, whether it's targeted at his ego or his manhood. Talking to him like he a child. You can't do that. Because if they ain't gonna let nobody out there in the streets talk to them like that, what make you think you can talk to them like that? Well, if he was a real man, if he was a good man, he wouldn't have me acting like that. No, you acting like that because you think as a woman you can do that. But a real man gonna show you quick. He ain't the one to play with.
So, there's some men who like to keep the peace, who just don't want to go. And one thing that I always say is that you can't reason with unreasonable people. We're going to say it again for number 2. I got a lot of sayings, by the way. You can't reason with unreasonable people. You can't reason with unreasonable people. So that's why a lot of men will not necessarily combat, because it's a losing battle. First of all, it's a losing battle. You're not going to win. You're not going to win. You're not going to win. So a lot of dudes will check out. I do realize that some women do this type of thing for attention. There are some women who are strange enough to believe that they are not heard unless they behave like that, which is weird to me. But I want to know some of the women's ideas on this. I would love for a woman to pop up on here and talk about it with me. But I want to know, why is it that women feel like they need to disparage, demoralize, defeat a man? What is it what result are you actually looking for when you sit down and badger or talk down to a man? What is it that you're looking for? What is the end result that you want to yield? What is it? What result do you want when you talk to a man like that? What do you think you're going to get out of it? What positive do you think is actually going to come out of that? What? Would someone please explain to me why this is a thing? And what do you think you're actually going to get out of it? What are you going to get out of that? Y'all can put it in the comments for sure. You're welcome to. But go ahead and hit that Ecamm like if you would, because that's where the real discussion begins. I definitely want another discussion on that. She has it right. Yes. And a real man won't take that. Understood. He'll put you in your place if you're if you can get into your place. There are some women who just can't be placed, right? And there are some men who are actually imprisoned in their marriage because they know the damage that's going to happen to their lives. They don't want to break up the home. They don't want to lose access to their children. So they'll just grin and bear it. And it's unfortunate that some men and sometimes women are in abusive situations, whether it be verbal abuse or physical abuse. But today we're talking about the respect thing, right? And that usually we're talking about the man thing right now. So I want to know what y'all think about that. Damn. She's on for them, for real, legit though. She on for them. She got it. She got it right. Ain't no jiving about that. She wants that. She wants that cookie to get golden. Okay. Your favorite car? My favorite car? If I could pick any car right now, I'm into BMWs right now. I got a nice 03 series that I'm doing some work to right now. I did like the STI, Subaru STI, not the other STI. The Subaru, I had it pretty fast, dyno tuned and everything, 1000cc injectors, AEM fuel pump, full exhaust from the turbo, no nothing, no resonator, no mufflers, no nothing, just fire coming out the exhaust. A couple things I did to it: stage 3 clutch, light and flywheel, basic. About a stage 2 plus, about that. Yeah, stage 2 plus tune. Yeah, but at fast cars, they got to be manual. If I could pick any car ever, which is the one that's out of my reach right now that I would love, is the Pagani Utopia. Those of you who are not familiar with that, go ahead and look that up. The Pagani Utopia would be my dream car, if we're going to go with that. All right. It's generational abuse. Patterns usually. Yeah, it is generational abuse sometimes. I could definitely dig that. That's an ultra combo right there. Like, yes. And we spoke about that too. The brother that was on a little earlier gave us his testimony. He talked about that, how they were both from broken homes. So they didn't have that example. They didn't understand how to treat each other. He was learning. He was trying. And I will give the young lady credit too, because I didn't have a chance to get her testimony, and I don't want to disparage her, and that is his wife at the end of the day. So it just didn't work. They found out they were incompatible, and the funny thing is, 10 years from now they might both be compatible. It's weird. Damn, that's a long one. We men were raised feminist All of us, even the most conservative among us. It was in our schools, in the air we breathe, but men aren't putting up with it anymore. I hear you. And there's some truth to that. We are not putting up with it anymore. We shouldn't, right? Feminists, I don't want to blame feminists per se, because then you're attaching to people. I want to blame feminism. The original idea of feminism was great. And by the original definition, I would be considered a feminist by the original definition of feminism. However, this perversion of feminism, I don't agree with. I don't think that you can have equal rights and chivalry coexist. Impossible. That's a no. That's a no. And anyone who thinks so, I don't know what to tell you.
You big dummy.
It's a no. It's a no. That's correct. This has definitely got some red pill undertones here, but it's facts. So it's worth being stated. I do believe that, and there are people from like the Cosmopolitan magazine and everything who admitted that they lied and they steered women wrong in order to, they brought women into the workforce, which is actually good now and also necessary for today's economy. You need two incomes or a great income, right? And it's tough to survive out here with that. So naturally, the roles have to sway a bit, right? You can't expect a woman to work as you work and then still take care of all the home duties, right? So you're going to end up doing some things at the home if she's working a full-time job as well. It's just one of them things. So we can't have it how we used to have it. Back in the day, a janitor would be able to have a house and a car and children and his wife not have to work. No problem. It was okay. It was common. But now if you didn't have a job, that's really, really making some money, it's a wrap. Back in the day, you could get it off. Now you need your lady's income. And that infringed on one of our primary functions. Remember, we talked about the 3 Ps. Your protection. I don't think women are going to be able to infringe on that too tough. I mean, we do have the police infringing on that a bit. It is what it is. Women protect themselves to a certain degree. A lot of them are armed. I encourage women to be armed and practice your 2A rights just so you won't fall victim to a goon out here. Definitely providing. It's tougher now. It's hard for you to be the sole provider with the female. But what we have to understand is there were always females who worked. Females have always worked. It wasn't as common, but they've always worked. There were certain jobs that were just females. You didn't see, even in like the 40s or 50s, you didn't see male secretaries or nurses. There were always females who were working. So we can't get it twisted. And they weren't all single. So females have always worked. But it's become to the point where I've came up with the conclusion, and anyone who goes in some of my long form content where I've had my podcasts with individuals, I've talked to them about it. The Smart Guy interview is really good about that. I talked about that. I talked about it with my homeboy Podcast Jew from Daily Wrap Up Crew. And it's what happened is men have lost their perceived value. It's at the point now where masculinity has been demonized. Masculinity has been demonized, which is outrageous. And the core meaning of masculinity is for a man who is a protector, a man who has morals, a man who has a sound mind, right? And he's not easily moved. He's not easily swayed. Those are all awesome characteristics. But now we have buzz terms like toxic masculinity. How dare you attach toxic to masculinity?
How dare you?
You can't do that. That's rubbish. You can't do that. You're demonizing masculinity. You can't demonize masculinity. Masculinity is necessary for the protection of the world. If the brother that wasn't on just now wasn't masculine, you think he could jump into a burning building? You think he could defend the country the way he is? Absolutely not. It's required for him to be masculine. Let me see. I'm going to jump into a couple more comments. Wonder why the black man goes to the other races. We most do. Okay. It says, I think you say we must do better. as black men. Okay. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you why. And some of the sisters is not going to want to hear this. I know. Y'all going to be like, yo.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I know y'all don't want to hear it. Let's get it straight though first. There's probably about an 8 to 10% difference of black men who will date outside of their race. So for black women, they will marry 15% outside of their race, right? White women will do it about 10% of the time. Asian women will do 36% of the time.
Today I got time, cuz.
Yeah. So black men, now, on the other hand, we are about 75% all in with black women. I don't have anything against interracial dating, though, to be honest. What I don't like to see is people to disparage their own race, whatever you are, in order to say that you are attracted to the other. If that's your preference, we are all allowed our preferences. I don't dog people for their preferences. Whatever it is that you like outside of a PDF file. You know what I'm saying? I respect it. Whatever it is that you like, you go ahead and do that. Anybody who's just jumping in, please do like the session, man. Go ahead and like it up. If you're really feeling froggy, you can support your boy with a super chat. They started like $1, I think. Definitely share this. That's most important. If you could share this, that would be the greatest thing you could do for me. Go ahead and like and share the video. That's the most important thing. Anything else is a bonus for me. So we're relatively loyal to the race. 75% black women, they will date outside about 15%. And it's one of them things. If you don't like your own race, maybe I think it's by your experiences, right? I do know, like, some of the gentlemen who do it, a lot of it stems back to their childhood and even their teenage years. Like, if they weren't that cool kid, they weren't that guy, they had bad experiences because they probably tried. Some people are naturally attracted to other races sometimes, and it is what it is. There ain't nothing wrong with any of that. But a lot of times it's really just a situation where they may have tried. And black women, we got to get it right. Y'all know that sometimes y'all expect us to be extra cool. We got to be swagalicious. We got to have that riz, right? And not every man has that. So we won't score well. I've seen it happen, man, in real time. I don't know about y'all, but I still be outside. I know what's going on outside. And it is what it is. Sometimes you just won't attract them, but then you'll be received by another race and you could be yourself. You can be yourself and not have to act. You don't have to study it. You can just be yourself. And most people enjoy being themselves. I think that every single person watching right now would rather be themselves than to actually be someone else. In all honesty, I think we would love to be ourselves. I know me personally, I don't want to be anybody but myself, and I will never be anyone but myself. But it's difficult if you don't yield the results that you expect. So sometimes you do some things that are out of character. But who wants to do that? Because it's not natural and it's not honest. So you're going to gravitate to the people who you can be yourself around. That's just the facts. You're going to gravitate to the people who you can be yourself around. Think about that. Think about that. I'm going to say it one more time for the other camera. People are going to gravitate to the ones who they can be themselves around. If that making sense to y'all, I hope that's making sense to y'all. It's got to be making sense to y'all. It's got to be making sense to y'all. So a lot of times that happens, man. And I've spoken to, I do a lot. I'm always into the analytics and data. I'm data driven. I really want to know. I just want to know, why does this happen? So I've asked people, why are you attracted to other races? And they say, because I get better results. They just like me more. You're going to go to people who like you. Why wouldn't you go to people who like you? You're going to. So that's just why it happens. And sometimes It's easy. They'll fall right on your lap, man. And when you're received a certain way for the first time and it's a breath of fresh air, it's hard to get away from that. So if people don't like those results, then we just have to be more conscious of how we treat people. That's just the facts. If that's not what you want, then you don't treat people like that. It happens. And a lot of times, you know, you didn't want me when I wasn't on, but you want me now because I got a little bling on, because I got a little fancy car, stick shift. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's just one of them things. It's unfortunate. And I've seen a lot of black women too that sometimes will say, well, look, you know, a lot of black dudes is broke, which I don't believe to be true, right? Or they're abusive, or they're cheaters. And that's not true either, because everybody's cheating just about the same clip, men and women. It's no disparaging figure to give you. I'm sorry. Everybody's doing the same type of nonsense. But that's the answer. I got all answers, but I got that one. Let me see. What's this? What do we got here? Oh, come on, man. What we doing? A lot of these women were not raised by real men. I think as a result, they have underlining hate and resentment. You were absolutely right. You get an ultra combo for that one. Appreciate you, Marilyn. That is so honest. That is so honest. And again, I'm open. There's an open invitation. If you want to jump on this live, if you're watching from TikTok right now, all you got to do is go in my bio, hit the link tree, and you'll see it's the first link, Ecamm Live. If you were in the YouTube, it's in the description. It should be a hyperlink. You should be able to just touch the link and jump right in. It should be shaded blue. Just touch it, and you'll be able to jump right into this live session, and we can discuss it. I'll bring you on camera, and we can go for it. But that's absolutely correct. And it goes back to what we were talking about a little earlier. It's all about the examples that you witnessed. If you didn't witness any good examples, if you didn't have that family structure to begin with, how do you even navigate that if you're unfamiliar with it? This is all unfamiliar territory to you. So how can you be the example if you've never witnessed it? It's nearly impossible. So you're right. And I think as men, we have to do a better job of vetting the women that we decide to impregnate. You have to protect your seed at all costs because you don't want to be an absentee father, right? If you don't, I feel it's your civic duty. Just be responsible. We're not going to say that you can't get your rocks off, right? We get it. We get it. We know you want to get your rocks off. We know you want to get your rocks off. And ladies, you too. I know. We know you want to get your rocks off. It ain't nothing wrong with that. We dig it. Get your rocks off. We get it. However, do it responsibly, right? Protect yourself. Not to mention, there's a whole lot of nonsense going on out there. There's some nasty things, man. A lot of y'all don't even know that BV, that trickle notes, all that nonsense. That's undetectable sometimes, especially to men. You won't be knowing what's going on. Y'all got to be careful. Y'all got to be careful out here. I'm going to tell you, wrap it up, because you don't know what's going on out here. Be very careful who you impregnate. Women, you have to be responsible. If that dude ain't trying to strap up, then you're going to have to sit this one out. You don't want to get knocked up out here, man. You don't want to get knocked up. If you planned it, then that's fine. You want to co-parent, great. But the worst case scenario is for that child to have a broken home or just no contact with the mother or father. That's a horrible situation. That's worst case scenario. It's extremely difficult to raise a child. It takes a village to raise a child, they say. So what are we trying to do with one person for? At the very least, you want a dual parent household. And the statistics just show it, right? You're 3 times more likely to delete yourself, right? Or live in poverty. You're 70% of inmates are a product of a single parent household. There's so many different things that everything for it's more likely for them to be in a successful relationship. It's more likely that they pursue higher education with dual parent households. There's so many things, so many different reasons to do the right thing. So do the right thing. Knowing his mom was verbally abusive, I do my best not to let him have that behavior towards him. I protect him from that. Shout out to you. You got it covered. Donna got it covered, man. I'm gonna tell you. And you know what? I'm gonna just tell you something that the best characteristic that you could look for in a woman, the best characteristic that you can look for in a woman is consideration. Listen to me when I tell you. I'm gonna say it again. The best characteristic that you can have as a woman is to be considerate. If you are considerate, that means you are thinking about what makes him happy. You are thinking about what he doesn't like, and you are acting on it. Consideration goes a long way. I'm going to call you, out of respect. Hey, go ahead and do it, man. Joe Cox, pause. Go ahead and call me, man. I'm in it. Just hit the, go in the link. It's ready. I'll get the alert when you do. Hit me up, and it's the Ecamm Live link. It's right in the description. Go ahead and touch that link. And anyone who wants to have this conversation with me, if you have any specific questions, I am willing to derail the conversation at any point for you. I'm going to call you Master. Oh, okay. Never mind. Here we go. The Trizzles are coming in. I'm going to stop clicking on y'all. Sad but true. Okay, y'all got some weird comments. Y'all look, I'm about to make these comments bigger so I can kind of filter some of y'all weirdos. It's a lot of weirdos tonight. I appreciate the people who are really in here doing anything. Shout out to y'all for real, but all of y'all fools doing that nonsense, man, y'all could get out of here.
You're fired.
You can zoom in on YouTube now, so you can easily figure out who those are in the background. Yeah, but you're still here, even though it's weird AF. I see beauty in all races. True. I hear you. Well, let me ask you, Dot, are you down with the brown or no? Do you like Australian? Okay, I don't even know what that is, bro. Back then, they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. They all on me. Right, V2B? Real talk. Yes, better you regret it now. Yep, and yep. No. V2B, you know I know the song. Come on now. I ain't watching from bloody TikTok. Yeah, the link is in the YouTube description. That's why I remarried pretty fast. I'm not a dater. I'm a wifey for life. I hear you. I would love to hear what we were on the first time, man. I think you might have said that, though. But yeah, because sometimes you did, actually. Never mind. Been a wife for 25 years with 1 year in between. Damn. Talk about rebound. Rebounds are normally not successful, but that was what's up. I appreciate you for it. Woo, that's it. You got that off. That doesn't normally happen like that. Because I know you know the rates. 50% failure rate off rip if just for your first marriage. Then it's like 65% failure rate for the second marriage and like 75% or greater for a third marriage and beyond. So, you know, one of them things, man, you really, but you were very intentional about it. And it seems like you learned a lot from it. You didn't just jump right into it, even though I called it a rebound because the time span, it appears as if you may have learned a lot in between that time. It's late. The freaks come out at night. You're right. Right. Yeah. Well, no, we wasn't talking about you. We was talking about the weirdos, Donna, the weirdos in the chat, and it's all good. But yeah, I appreciate everybody for jumping in here, man. This was a good live. It's almost time for me to roll out. So any questions that you have, I offer free consults on my lives. Or if you just want to have a discussion, we do that too. Before I get out of here, I'm going to give y'all a few moments to do what it do before I jump ship. But if y'all want in, pause, then go ahead and let's talk about it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I figured you learned a whole lot. Yeah, and you were intentional about it, right? You had, and I feel like intention is the greatest part of it, right? At least the first part of it, intention, and then your second part of it is execution. I appreciate you. I certainly appreciate y'all. Hopefully I did subscribe. Hopefully I do share it to a couple cats. There is some quality content here. There's going to be some deep discussions. And if you go back, I never take my videos down. I got really old ones. You can see we've came a long way from when I first started out. If you go back, if you want to see the progress, you can see the trajectory that we're on. And this is going to be one of the biggest channels in this niche. It's not just dating. We talk about human improvement. You'll see that I had one of the homegirls from Shark Tank come up here. She did the big mouth toothbrush. She so happened to be from my hood too. I had some financial advisors. I've had real estate moguls. I've had nutritionists. I've had a lot of people doing a thing on here. So it's about human improvement. The dating thing, the relationship thing is a big topic, and I focus on it because I believe that the nuclear family is the key to success and generational wealth. But that's just my idea. That's open to debate. But I don't think anybody want that type of smoke with me tonight. Great chat. I'll try to catch you next week. Good night, y'all. Appreciate y'all for coming in, everybody. It is about that time for me to get out of here. I don't do the Mr. Rogers thing, even though I got the nice little blazer on. I'm not going to change into my regular gear until I'm off camera. But I appreciate everybody for jumping out, man. It was a good talk. Wait, somebody's saying something else. What is this? Yeah. All right. Little Trev, would you consider going on the whatever podcast anytime in the future? The largest dating podcast in the world. No joke. I think you'd. Hey, I'm completely for it. Look, if you got the plug to be able to get me on there, I would go. I'll take a flight out there. I'll jump on probably a Spirit or something. But I'll definitely do it. I'm absolutely open to it. I don't know how to get on there. They don't make it very easy. I looked into it at one point, but nobody reached out. But if you got the plug, then go ahead and let me know. I'm certainly for it. I would absolutely go on there. I don't know if I would get as many viral clips. Maybe. I think I can. I can be polarizing. If you look at some of my earlier stuff, you'll see I was really polarizing. They like polarizing people, and that's probably why they didn't choose me at this point, because I'm more reasonable. I'm not like, nuke all 304s. That's not really me. I try to be reasonable, because at the end of the day, I want it to work. And if you want it to work, you have to respect both sides. You need to talk to both sides. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell you what actually changed my viewpoint on that, because I know I actually was red pill at one point. I'll keep it G when I first started, because just what the algorithm was feeding me and what my perception was. But then I realized there was a lot of females engaging in my content, and I actually had more male subscribers but more women watch hours, which is weird, but it persuaded me to want to change my style a little bit, right? And come to the happy medium, right? It might be male leaning a little bit, but at least the women can engage and tolerate, right? And any women who want to engage, I'm always open for it, right? I'm always trying to get us to the next level. So, I want this to work amicably. So, you know what I mean? That's the whole plan. So I'm not red pill per se. I would absolutely go on a red pill podcast. Did I call it that? The whatever podcast. I would do that. I would go on most of them and talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can reason with most people. I could be polarizing. I can be, if I had to, if that's what they wanted. Still get my point across without disrespecting people. I think that's the main thing. Just don't disrespect people. Don't make the topics too personal, and just had a respect. And you're normally in good shape. Yes, you were fun. Okay. So I dig it, man. Everybody came through. We're gonna be doing it again. I might go earlier. All right, before everybody goes, I need y'all to give me the time you would like me to post for this to be convenient for you, because I'm a slave to the mob. Post the time that you want me to post this. Now we started at midnight. Maybe y'all are all night owls, but I want y'all to post your time. And with your time, you're like, I'm Eastern Standard Time. So you can post it in yours, but if you are Central or Mountain, then I need you to just go ahead and post what time zone you're in with your time, and then I'll try to work it out to where I can catch as many people as possible. So let me know. Post the times, and then I'll jump on to the next one. Before I get out of here, y'all let me know what times y'all like me to jump on, and then we'll do that. What are y'all thinking? What times do you like? What time would you want me to post on there? Because in all actuality, I can go on live a little earlier. Just let me know what y'all thinking. Well, you know what? I'm going to let it go to the comments. I know it's getting late. But anybody who wants me to post at a certain time, post your time in your time zone, and we're going to make it happen. But until next time. Wait, what's that? Central 157. Central. Okay. That would be 2 o'clock, which would be 11. Okay, I can do that. I'm right at Eastern time. Works for me, but I'll be either way. Appreciate it. I definitely appreciate y'all. Listen, if y'all really rock with it, the one thing that I would ask you to do is go ahead and post it. I mean, not post it. I'm sorry. Share it to somebody. Believe me. And yeah. And if y'all know anybody who needs a free consult, I'm for it, man, for the lives, because I don't believe in all the paywall stuff. I try to make things available for people. I feel it's my civic duty. If I have an ability to be able to help people, then that's what I want to do. Anybody who you know is having some trouble and maybe you don't have the words to give them or the experience to give them, go ahead and give them my info. And if they're willing to go on live, I absolutely got them for free. So I appreciate everybody for jumping through. And until next time, stay hungry, my friends. Never thirsty.